Starting with updates from Pakistan, Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party, the PTI, is holding a mega rally, or what it calls a Jalsa, in Sangjani, an area in the outskirts of Islamabad. Now, the rally holds major significance for former Prime Minister Imran Khan, who just marked 1 year in jail. He is facing multiple charges from corruption to inciting violence. The PTI is attempting a major show of strength here in this rally, with the party's leadership instructing members of the National Assembly, members of the Parliament, as well as all ticket holders from nearby constituencies to bring at least 500 workers each. Those from distant constituencies have been instructed to bring at least 150 workers each. The rally has been widely publicized on social media under the name and face of Imran Khan. This is one of the posts which PTI posted. Our country is standing on the crossroads. Another post read, "If you want to change the situation, get out." Now, PTI on several occasions had attempted to hold rallies but was denied permission. This time, the administration has granted conditional approval for the rally, specifying that it will run from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. only. It's under a tight and strict watch. The administration has laid out strict guidelines ahead of the rally. The organizers have been asked to submit a list of attendees to the police. PTI has been asked to ensure there's no disruption of business or public movement. Attendees are not allowed to carry batons, objects of force. No anti-state speeches, no burning of flags allowed during the rally. And any violation of these guidelines, the administration has warned, will result in legal action against the said person as well as the party, PTI. Meanwhile, to stop the PTI workers, all key entry and exit points in the federal capital have been blocked. Containers have been placed on highways to seal access to the city. Metro bus services between Islamabad and Rawalpindi cities have been suspended. Also, WhatsApp, Instagram services are facing major disruptions.
We are all excited, and this is the first time we are holding a big procession in Islamabad. Inshallah, this will be the biggest in the history of Islamabad.
How big do you expect the crowds to be?
A lot, the biggest of all time, the biggest of all time. Everyone is staying, and they are actually here just for the release of Imran Khan. And inshallah, Ta'ala will be the biggest.
With regards to the containers that have been put up,
there are containers everywhere, and wherever they have placed the container, the people are not being stopped by the containers. They have the enthusiasm, and they are coming to the place where we are holding this Jalsa. And inshallah, Ta'ala, all of them would be there. But in every place they have put the container, there is a Jalsa itself.
All right, here's a report from the PTI rally site in Islamabad. Our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik sent us this report from Ground Zero. Take a look first.
Well, the PTI gathering is currently underway, and they've indeed managed to pull quite some crowd. If a camera person can show you as well, there's all heads, and I can see now something that was not there initially some hours back. It's been a hot and humid day. Definitely managed to put numbers, and the crowd seems to get bigger and bigger as the day passes, as the temperatures reduce. They've been asking from the stage to ensure that there are lesser people on the stage. There are convoys and cavalcades that are still incoming. What remains to be seen is the charter of demands that will be presented by the PTI, because remember, this is the first such public gathering in Islamabad since the new government came into power seven months before, and also the first public gathering in Islamabad since the 2022 long march to Islamabad that Imran Khan had did in May 2022. So it remains to be seen what the charter of demands, the key charter of demands, would be laid forward from the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf leadership. Anas Malik in Islamabad, Pakistan, for WION World is One.
All right, now to get us the latest of what's happening right now in Islamabad, our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik joins us live from the city. Anas, there's reportedly no network at the rally site where you sent us a report from earlier. Tell us where you're joining us from currently. What's the turnout like? What's the atmosphere like?
Well, I'm currently standing at the Iran Avenue, or the Margla Avenue here in Islamabad, which is the designated route for the PTI rally, Shivan. And well, what you see behind me are containers that have been placed. Now there's a lot of police presence around, and what we're anticipating is that there would be people coming in from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, especially a cavalcade led by the Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Ali Amin Khan Gandapur himself. Therefore, we're seeing these anti-terrorist squad, the anti-riot police as well, with their riot gears here at the Iran Avenue, which is the designated route, something that we did not see earlier in the day when we were reporting from here. I'm standing at about 12 kilometers from the main Jalsa Gah, the place where it is where the rally or the gathering is currently underway. There is definitely no mobile network around the area. Mobile data disruptions have already been reported. YouTube is not working in the country without VPN. WhatsApp media you can't send without a virtual private network, and the same goes for Instagram as well. All of these three things you need to access a VPN. You need to have a VPN installed or access it through a virtual private network to be able to access these three networking websites or applications. That being said, the turnout has turned out to be better. Earlier in the day there was practically no one, given the fact, despite the fact rather, that the space was quite cramped, yet there weren't any people. But a short while back, while you were there and you played that as well for our viewers, now there have been considerable numbers. About 8 to 10,000 people have indeed shown up. The crowd seems to get bigger and bigger. Remember, they're supposed to end by 7. That doesn't seem to be the case, at least for now. But what remains to be seen is that what the PTI will propagate from the stage as and when Ali Amin Khan Gandapur and Barrister Gaur get to speak. Shivan?
Anas, now earlier there were reports, and we just mentioned it earlier when I was reading through this report, that the participants in the rally they've been told not to carry even batons, nothing of such sort. But reports have surfaced about potential use of ambulances, fire vehicles, heavy disaster response vehicles, cranes, excavators being used in the rally to clear any barriers en route. Now I see some barriers, some these containers which are parked behind you as well, which you just showed us earlier. Is the PTI preparing to barge through these containers or any other barricading, if reports are to be believed? What's the need for such heavy machinery?
Well, this is a preemptive measure, at least on the part of the Islamabad admins, because you can't really control a mob or a crowd mentality, and that is the reason the Islamabad administration is not taking any risks in case if there is a violation of the contract or the agreement that the PTI has done with the Islamabad administration, that they will not be marching beyond that Jalsa route or that designated space. That is why these containers have been placed, though what you see behind me is definitely a clear violation of the agreement that the Islamabad admins did, because this very route where I'm standing on the Iran Avenue or the Margala Avenue was given them as a designated route, which was supposed to be clear. Supposed to be. It's not that clear, as you can see behind me. That being said, yes, they have excavators, yes, they have other equipment in order to clear their way up. What the future course of action would be, whether or not there would be any contingencies that would be put into place, the answer to that would be known as and when Barrister Gaur, the current chairperson of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, gets to speak, or as and when the Ali Amin Khan Gandapur, the Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, when he gets to speak. Shivan?
Anas, you mentioned in your earlier response that the time period, which was given between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. local time, that it doesn't seem like that's going to be adhered to at this point. And given the kind of reports we are getting, it seems like it has all the makings of a highly volatile kind of a gathering. The numbers have increased manifold. Is this the resurgence of the PTI with actual on-ground presence and a show of strength?
It can be taken as a resurgence of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf or as an attempt for a resurgence of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf for two very reasons. This is the first gathering of the PTI in Islamabad since May 2022, since the last long march that Imran Khan tried to do following his ouster in May 2022. That is number one. And number two, this is the first gathering of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf in Islamabad itself since the new government came into power. So today marks 7 months, exact 7 months since the elections that were held in Pakistan on the 8th of February, the controversial elections that the Imran Khan-led opposition says that and alleges the government to be quote-unquote mandate thieves. So yes, this attempt can be seen, or this rally can be seen as an attempt for the resurgence of PTI at a national level or at a federal level. Too early to say that whether or not it could be considered as a full-blown resurgence. As I said, we remain to see what numbers are part of the cavalcade that Ali Amin Khan Gandapur is bringing in from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which the leadership of Punjab and Sindh are bringing in. So that remains to be seen for now.
Shivan?
Anas, absolutely. And in the elections which were just completed a few months ago, we saw the kind of mark that the PTI made, even though they were not on ground, that they did it solely online. Now that they are on ground, we will really need to wait and watch what comes out of this rally and how it all unfolds. Thank you so much for getting us the latest. That was Anas Malik, our Pakistan Bureau Chief, getting us the latest from the rally route in Islamabad.